morning everybody. Today we're going to be talking about two species but under one single umbrella because they're very similar. You get them in the same area. It's much easier than doing two videos that you guys have to watch. We just do it under one. Now that is the mirrorfish. Now the two mirrorfish that we get are your threadfin mirrorfish and your Indian mirrorfish. Now threadfin mirrorfish, they're both under the Electus genus, the same genus, Electus ciliaris, and your Indian mirrorfish, Electus indicus. Very easy to remember. Ciliaris comes from obviously the threads, and indicus coming from India, which is where it was first caught, so, or first recorded at least, so it comes from that. Now Electus, the genus name dates back to being used, or the name refers to cockerel. Now cockerel chicken got the long extensions onto its comb, and that's where the threadfins, or obviously guys call them threadfins sometimes, but the mirrorfish get their name. They got these long extensions, mainly on the juveniles, long extensions on the dorsal and anal fins. So if you imagine the fish itself, and then on the fin itself, instead of having a nice short dorsal, they've got this long extension that runs back like that. But they're very flexible, very mobile. That's obviously lost over time. Now the term mirrorfish comes from the fact that they're very flattened. They are very deep-bodied fish. So if you look at them from the side like that, very deep this way. But if you look at them that way on, they're very thin. Now they've also got a very glossy color to them. Very sheen, very bright sheen to them, and that's obviously mirrorfish. They're very flattened, got a glossy sheen. You can almost see yourself in their reflection. Now, where you're going to find these guys from? They're more common on the upper north coast kind of area, so I'd give it from East London north. So you're going to find them. They are Indo-Pacific. You do find them around the world, mainly in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Obviously that's where you get the name Indo-Pacific. And in terms of what they're going to be feeding on, fish, shrimps, squid. That's going to be the three main things that they're going to be actively going after. Now they really like their shallow water. They're not a deep water fish. They like hunting in your warmer shallow waters, your just behind backline kind of area, and that's where they actively look for those small little bay squid type things, your little fish and things like that. So that kind of alludes to how you're going to target them. Small white baits, if you're specifically targeting these fish, small little white chocker baits, or small live baits if you're on a boat. They will also take lures, so the guys catch them on fly. The spear fishermen do get a lot of them because they are very broad, obviously a very easy big fish to shoot, but not the greatest eating fish in the world, so it's something that I wouldn't really recommend actively targeting. They're really more of a game fish for enjoyment more than actual edibility. So yeah, it's a fish that you're really going to be targeting more for the pleasure of catching than the actual pleasure of eating. Very large eye, obviously that alludes to their ability to hunt down prey fish, and yeah, a fish that's quite a tricky one to actively target. But if you're gonna active or go after them, you're gonna be looking at something similar to how you target queenfish and snook. So your small lures close in on backline, your fillet baits, and any of your other lures and things like that you're going to be using. But yeah, that's where I sort of concentrate my effort, and then obviously more in the tropical zones if you can. But yeah, so the two species, Electus ciliaris, Electus indicus, we do get them from the side. Every now and again they are a nice surprise catch and something definitely to have on your species list. Cheers guys.